So I'm having a moment right now. It's a moment of extreme gratitude. There are people showing up for me in a way that makes me a little emotional. And I don't even talk about, what the thing is, but people are showing up for me. And not that I should be surprised, because these particular people would be people who would show up for me because that's just the kind of people they are. But it still doesn't negate the gratitude, whatever emotions it brings up, being touched in my heart and my soul. It's just really cool. And it makes me think about, maybe wants me to share, be a good person, right? Be good to others, be of service, do good for other people, treat other people right, treat other people good. Because there's part of a self-serving part of that, because it makes you feel good to do something good for other people. We should always keep that in mind. Like, you want to feel good. Like, you want to feel good about something. You feel down and in a funk about something. I know I said a couple of posts ago, I talked about being gratitude. Being a state of gratitude can pull you out of that. But you know what also works, a really active thing, is do something for someone else. You can't help but feel good. And not that you do it for things in return, but I guess the icing, the extra value in that is that people will show up for you, and people will show up for you when you need them to. And just like, if everyone in this world could keep in the forefront of their mind being of service to other people and treating other people good, this world would be such a better fucking place, right? So, have gratitude and do something good for somebody else. That's my message. But I'm just in a state of gratitude for people who are living out for me and showing up for me. And if you happen to be one of those people watching this, you know who you are, and I thank you. That's it. Be good.
Malcolm-Jamal Warner just passed away at the age of 54, and I want to talk about his career for a little bit because his on-screen presence meant a lot to me. Malcolm got his start in show business doing community theater at the age of 9 years old, where he played in Alice Is That You, where he was the Tin Man. It was at this moment where he fell in love with acting. The process of casting Theo for the Cosby Show was a bit tedious because Cosby was looking for somebody who married his son Ennis. He was looking for somebody who was 15 years old and 6'2" at the time, and that was hard to find. So in comes Malcolm, the very last person to audition, and he impresses everybody except for Bill Cosby. Now, Cosby obviously saw the potential, but he didn't like Malcolm's portrayal of Theo. He thought it was very smart alecky and mature beyond his years. So Cosby asked him, "Would you talk to your dad this way?" And Malcolm responded, "No." Then that's when Cosby said, "Rework it and come back." Malcolm was an executive producer for the PBS series The Magic School Bus, where he also voice acted as the character of the producer. In 2015, Jamal received the Grammy for Best Traditional R&B Performance alongside Layla Hathaway and Robert Glasper for the song Jesus Children. If you haven't heard this, it's amazing. Malcolm-Jamal Warner has done a lot of different things with his career, but the reason why we keep talking about Theo Huxtable and the Cosby Show is because Theo Huxtable has one of the most groundbreaking and realistic character arcs for any teenage black boy in television history. In seasons 1 through 2, Theo's about 14 years old and he's hinted for having dyslexia. Now he's having your typical teenage boy problems, but one thing he's facing is not measuring up to the achievements of his siblings. Seasons 3 through 4 is when he starts to come to grips with his dyslexia and he no longer uses excuses anymore for his growth of learning. This is where we see him get a tutor and he starts to gain his confidence for learning. Seasons 5 through 6 is dealing with Theo getting accepted to college and mentoring younger students. The campiness of his character eventually shifts to a more serious tone. And it all comes full circle in seasons 7 through 8 when Theo graduates from college, teaches students with learning disabilities, applying what he learned to help other students. Malcolm as Theo was one of the most human characters that we had ever seen on screen for a black sitcom. His character dealing with dyslexia on a show this popular was just not a common topic in the black household. Malcolm and Eddie ran for 4 seasons, and this is a show that I really enjoyed because these two couldn't have been more polar opposite, but they had this great chemistry that provided plenty of laughs. Malcolm-Jamal Warner was a legend, and I appreciate everything that he contributed to. May this king rest in peace.